Hi guys, I'm Desiree and today I'm going to show you how to draw a realistic looking human eye. To start off with, you're going to need a piece of sketch paper or plain paper. I had plain paper, a good pencil, non-mechanical, a good eraser, and something to smudge with, like your fingers, a smudge stick, or a paper napkin. You'll also probably want either an image in your head that you're going to draw or a printed off image, preferably in black and white so you can see shadows and highlights to draw a base off of. I'm going to start by making my image pretty big so you guys can see what I'm doing. To start off with, you'll want to draw like a football shape. So, like this. Kind of should have pointy ends where your eye touches. Okay? And then you'll want to connect, if you haven't already done that. Kind of looks like a lemon actually. Okay? You'll want to draw the water line. Girls, you should know what that is. Boys, I hope you do too. Which it's just another line on the inside of your lemon football looking shape. Okay? Then you'll want to draw the little areas where you pick sleepers out of your eyes in the morning, or whatever you would like to call them. It looks like basically a V, like that, in the corners. Okay? And then there should also be a little water line at the top, but most people can't really see that, so just make it a little bit dark, as we'll add in eyelashes in there in a little bit. Okay, so that's the basis of your eye. Next you'll want to draw the pupil, I believe that's what it's called, and make it nice and round. It should look like basically a half circle. Okay. If you want to touch your bottom waterline, go ahead, go for it. Mine just isn't going to. So there's my pupil. Next you want the iris. I think that's what it's called. It's the black part of your eye. Okay. Which is just a smaller half circle here. And draw in like the white part of your eye. This thing. Every human eye has one, or every eye that I know of. So you draw that in. You can color in the iris. And draw some little shading lines thing in the pupil. That's the very beginning of the eye. Now, I'm going to darken it up a little bit. The outside, I mean. You'll probably want a duller pencil for this when you get to shading. Okay. Human eyes have like some faint images of a vein because your eye isn't all white. I don't know what that area is called. So draw some light veins looking in your eye. Next you're going to draw eyelashes. They curve up from underneath the bottom water line and go out. You can make them big or small, whichever you prefer. I like to have mine bigger. If you're drawing from a model, you might want to make them look more like her eyelashes. Obviously mine's a little bit more rougher. You're going to be shading these too, so it doesn't need to be like perfectly stiletto looking eyelashes. Okay, so there's her. It's going to be a girl eyebrow. Eyeball, I guess. Can't talk. Okay. Draw on the bottom eyelashes. They also curve from the water line. These are also going to get smudged, so don't have to be perfect either. Bottom eyelashes shouldn't be quite as full. I don't know anybody who has very full bottom eyelashes. And they don't have to be all perfectly straight either. So there's her rough eyelashes. Next we're going to draw the crease of her eyelid, which is kind of starts skinny at the top up here. And then slowly, gradually get wider until you get to the middle. Then get down a little bit, but not as much as the beginning. Okay, and you should be able to see it through her eyelashes. Now we're going to want to draw a little bit of creases underneath the eye, the bottom eyelashes. There's going to be some shading here and some shading at the top for the picture I've chosen because my person is wearing mascara, eyeshadow, all that stuff. Okay. Next you're going to want to keep shading it in the areas that have darker shadows that you can tell. Okay, take your smudger, I'm going to use my finger, and smudge those areas in a little bit. You should see a definite difference right away. Okay. When you're smudging, you shouldn't be able to see like defined lines. It should all be kind of blending together. So smudge that in, keep smudging it. You can smudge the iris, maybe a little bit in the whiter part of your pupil. Anywhere that's not just white. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to darken up the eyelashes because they got a little bit smudged too. So then you can actually see them. Darken up the pupil and the iris. It's more clear. Okay. Now you can keep smudging areas that are darker. Like over here. Okay. Now you can draw the eyebrow so it actually looks like an eye. The eyebrow should go up from the crease, the outside crease of your eye where it meets your nose. Your nose would be about here. And it should go up a little bit. So about here is where your eyebrow should start. I like to draw a little shape of my eyebrow before I actually fill it in with hairs. It goes from full to a little bit skinnier at the end. It kind of makes a V too. So that's a rough outline. Now I'll go back and fill it in with hairs. Between each hair you should be able to pick up your pencil. So that's her eyebrow. You can go back and darken those up, shade it a little bit, smudge it so it looks fuller. You're going to want to smudge it on the top and the bottom because it shouldn't just be all white. Your eyebrow is going to create a little bit of shading, or shadows I mean. Okay.